morning. Hey, Shauna Cole here with Ajaz Nathani. This is Q4 Career Success Live, where we are helping you to end 2023 on a career high note. Thanks so much for being here today. And today we're going to be talking about the newcomer job search experience. Ajaz, I'm so excited to have this chat with you. Ajaz brings great professional experience with a strong background in business development and in project management, and has an upcoming MBA graduation. So first of all, congratulations on MBA graduation. Yay! Are you so excited?
Yes, I'm so excited. Good morning to everybody, and thank you, Shauna, for having me.
Thanks so much for being here. Do you want to tell folks a little bit about your background, your professional experience, and where you're from?
Okay, thank you very much. So, as everybody know, my name is Muhammad Ajaz Nathani. You can call me Ajaz. And as Shauna mentioned, I have recently completed my MBA from University of New Brunswick, St. John campus. Coming to my professional background, I have a decade experience into different facets of corporate businesses support, mainly into business development and into project management, which is into various industry, including sales and marketing, etc. We will dive into more about my professional later on. Coming to my education, before doing my MBA, I did my master's and bachelor's into pharmacy, and here I am in front of you.
And here you are. So you obviously have recently completed the MBA. What motivated you to pursue an MBA in the first place? And has it helped to prepare you for the Canadian job search and the job market?
Okay, so there are two parts of this question. First of all, why I chose MBA. So after getting 10 years of experience in India, I was somehow from inside, I was knowing that I'm not facing enough challenges, and I wanted to explore myself to international platform. So that's why I thought to go somewhere out and do MBA. I always wanted to do MBA, but somehow I was into pharmaceutical sciences and industrial pharmacy. And I couldn't get the chance. But as I was into my professional experience, 10 years was around corporate setup, and you need to have a management degree and management experience. I got the experience. So with a lot of people, it happens that they get education first and then they land into some experience. I got experience first. Then I thought, it's a real time that I should jump into getting some management degree. Then I was evaluating either I should go for US or UK or Canada. But then, Canada, it's a welcoming country, diverse cohort is here. And the other thing is the chance you get to work into Canadian society after your education. Those were the perks I analyzed, and then I decided, and then searched different university. Then I found UNB MBA is doing quite good, got a lot of accreditation. So I did that MBA. And the other thing, it's kind of a program which is specially designed for experienced professionals. So you need to have some kind of management experience before coming here. That taught me that if I'll come here, I will get students around me, those who are having different background, different experiences, and it will be a great asset. I can learn from them. Somehow then I landed on this MBA, and yes, of course, after 1 year, you taught me for 2 modules, so you know how this MBA was, and hooray, completed that.
Yes, I know, everyone. Hey, I'm curious.
What was the second part of your question? Sorry, I forgot.
And I'm going to ask our viewers a question. I'm curious if we have any current MBA students, aspiring MBA students, or people that are going to graduate. If you're involved in the MBA program at UNB, type it in the comments. Just type MBA. I'm curious if we have other MBAs here. So so the second part of the question was around if I mean, I feel like this is a hard one to answer. Did it prepare you for the Canadian job market when really I was the instructor that had some responsibility for that? But who cares now? Like, you're graduating for the program. I got nothing. Yeah.
So I think the answer, it won't be 100% authentic because I'm still in my job hunt. However, when it comes to has it helped me to prepare? Of course, yes. So imagine if I was coming to Canada and without this MBA degree, I would have been pretty naive. So in that sense, of course, this MBA had added a lot of value. The other thing, I did my internship at CBDC and I designed the digital marketing strategy for them. And whatever I have done, I felt that this MBA played a huge role. The second thing, Shauna, probably being an instructor, you won't realize this, but MBA is not all about learning from the course syllabus or from the instructor. It's also learning from your fellow students. And you see, you taught us 200 students we had in our class, of course divided in 4 different sections. If you see, on average, each of us have like 7 to 8 years of experience, and I don't see any industry that people are not coming. They have a diverse background, and like we have students from 20 different nations, 5 different continents. So you imagine the wealth of experience you're getting when you interact with them, when you're in break, when you're for the group projects. So those kind of learning, and I think that's very important because when it comes to Canadian work culture, diversity, you talk about diversity and inclusion a lot on your channel, and that's pretty important. And that's the thing that importantly we learn from this MBA.
Yeah. It's, you know what? I think, like, I am always continually learning too as an instructor because of the diversity that's in the program. And like, really honestly, it was having the exposure to students from all different parts of the world and understanding, yeah, there's differences. But I think what always strikes me the most as an instructor and someone who practiced HR in the Canadian job market for a lot of years is like how relevant and transferable those skills and experience are from other countries. And some of the students, yourself included, I know I've worked for really, really large organizations. It speaks to kind of your ability to be in a complex environment and all those things. So yeah, I can appreciate that there's a ton of learning that goes on far beyond the syllabus itself, right? In terms of making those other connections. And
I would like to add one comment here.
Sure.
As you discuss about adding a value, and you always talk about immigrants, and they are coming with their experiences and coming here, that experience get null. However, I will add one thing. So probably lot of recruiter here, those who have background from Canada only or developed nations, need to understand one thing, that if somebody is coming from a developing nation, as all the immigrants and mostly the MBA students, those are coming from the developing nations, the work culture in developing nations are far more challenging in terms of performance. So if somebody is coming from a hugely populated country, means he has gone or she's gone with a lot of competition. And when your back is on the wall, those creativity or those skills which cannot be taught in the developed nations have been get inculcated in our professional experiences or journey with those kind of challenges. So that challenges are not here. So I feel all those are coming from these kind of country brings their unique skill sets which can be translated into work culture here.
Yeah,
And they add a lot of value.
Yeah, I agree. And I know like because in our classes, in our time together in classes, like I deliver courses in effective communication and management skills. So there's always like that, like really a lot of dialogue. So a lot of back and forth of learning about different work cultures and everything. And I know sometimes students coming from other countries are really surprised to learn that like no, we don't work until 7 o'clock at night. Like, and that is actually like kind of frowned upon, and we would recognize that as having some mental health impacts. But there's this real different tone in terms of expectation, pace, work hours that comes with a lot of students from different countries and backgrounds. So that could be a big learning curve, a big change to understand that there's a bit more balance typically. Um, so what, like so far, you've gone through that whole MBA program, right? Like if you could pick kind of like your biggest takeaway or learning from the program, what do you think that would be? What was the biggest value for you, do you think?
I think it's diversity and inclusion, and learning from the fellow students. You you tend to have like pre assumption before coming here about other nations and their work culture. Even to that matter, Canada and what Canada has to offer you. But when you come here, uh, you get to learn a big amount of deal from them. So although this course is very fast paced and there's a lot to learn, I won't talk about the subjects because of course we learn about marketing, we learn about project management, communication, accounts. Those are like part and parcel you get when you learn MBA. Those subjects, of course, you get that knowledge. You get to learn from especially in MBA we have all the faculties those who are working in industry. So we had people working in JDI and coming and teaching us, working in a big organization like Cook and Xerox. They are coming and they are teaching us, they are sharing their experiences. So that's a different altogether. But apart from this, the big thing is exposing yourself at the international platform, challenging other nation students, and thriving between them. It's a big challenge, and I think I learned that thing.
Yeah. So no, thanks for sharing that. So that's, I mean, it's great news that students are finding employment. So you named a couple of, so we're based in New Brunswick. So I know for a lot of different reasons, a lot of the students would need to stay in New Brunswick. And you named a couple of large reputable corporate employers that students are getting work with. I'm curious as well for folks watching, if you are currently looking for work, drop in the comments looking for work. Drop in the comments looking for work if you're watching and you are looking for work. I'm curious now, Ajaz, to hear about your experience when it comes to looking for work in a new job market. So I mean, so much learning, you're moving from a different country, all the transition that goes along with that, immigration, like all the things, and now you're looking for work. So for sure, you've faced some challenges. Can you think of any specific challenges that you've faced, and have you overcome them, or how are you working to overcome them?
Okay, so not specific to me, but I'm speaking from the immigrant or MBA person and the challenges faced. First thing, I think communication is a big challenge, or I would say instead of communication, I would say a language barrier. So what happened? Especially those people, those who are coming from the background where their native language is not English, their mind is tend to think in their mother tongue, and somehow they process it to the English language. So that's a literal translation that's coming out. Most of the time that translation is not 100% perfect. So to overcome that, of course I have attended your communication class and you shared a lot of things how to overcome them. But I think what I have done, although my communication skills were good because my education were in English, and my workplace we used to speak and communicate in English. But especially after coming to Canada, I integrated to society. I work at a couple of places, and there I ensure that I'm working somewhere where I'm interacting with people. So it has to be customer facing jobs. There you get a chance to interact with them, and that help you to solidify your communication skills. The other problem is knowing Canadian culture. So that's really true. Canada is a different country. Whatever experience we bring in here, it's transferable, but not exactly copy paste. So you need to learn the nuances of working here, and to overcome that, I have done some part-time job, and then plus I have done internship at CBDC, where I work with different colleagues, and I was into office, and sometimes I was working from home. I attended a lot of meeting with them. So that's how I came to know about the work culture here. So that's, I think, the two main challenges that immigrants or students or I personally faced, and these are the ways I overcome them.
Yeah, no, it's a really good point, and it sounds like I mean, I think a lot of folks who are transitioning from another country can really relate to this when it comes to entering the workforce, or really just like assimilating to a new society in a bunch of different ways. I mean, it's a tough discussion around like at what points do we celebrate your culture and make sure that you're adding culture to the workplace, versus what are the moments where we have to like fit in, because that is like the harsh reality of it, right? Like all these cultures and experiences bring so much to the workplace, but the reality is someone has to let you in the door to bring that culture and experience to begin with. So that can be really, really tough. I'm curious, are you using LinkedIn in your job search at all?
Yes, of course, I'm doing.
How are you using LinkedIn? Like just the job board, or?
No, so LinkedIn has a lot of features. So first of all, it's your I would say the bio data of your professional journey, whatever you have done. So you have to go and continuously upgrade them. Nowadays, I'm learning about this recommendation, requesting people to recommend me, because that's kind of endorsement people get. So not only for the job hunting, but to showcasing what I have achieved so far. That's the two things I'm using LinkedIn. And
Yeah.
of
Okay.
course,
That's
networking come as a default on LinkedIn. So you're sending requests to those people, those who are working in your target industry, recruiters, so all those kind of things.
awesome.
Any
Yeah.
other thing would do you want to add to those people, or those MBA students, those who are watching and want to have a job, apart from networking, job search, and showcasing whatever they are doing? Can all of us do something else on LinkedIn?
Yeah. You know, I'm obsessed with LinkedIn. You know, I'm
Yeah, I
obsessed
know
with
that.
you
That's
know
why
I am.
I asked you
Yeah,
this
that's
question.
like that was very very well done. Yeah, so I would say too, like to think about. It's really important to keep it up to date first of all, but thinking about LinkedIn is more of a search engine than anything. So making sure that we all have like the words in our profile and in our headline that we want to appear in searches for, right? So one of the worst headlines that I see is when people will put kind of like their job title and the company that they work for. Nobody's if you're looking for work, nobody's searching for those specific work terms. Instead, we need to broaden it. We need to broaden it a little bit to indicate like what the target job is. So again, name and like your title and like the company name is not going to do a lot if you want to look for work. But what you could do differently is really position something that's like more aligned with what your goals are. One thing that I'm doing is I'm working on gathering some information about job seekers and LinkedIn, and I'm offering some free profile reviews for LinkedIn in exchange for 15 minutes of time on a call with me for some feedback. So if anyone is interested, you can drop the word interested in the comments, and I'll reach out to you. So again, I'm offering free profile reviews in exchange for a 15-minute call to get some feedback. When it comes to like navigating that overall transition to Canada, do you have any advice for newcomers in terms of how to work through that?
I think it's first of all, those who are coming new to Canada and want to integrate into Canadian society, uh, you have to unlearn what you have learned so far, and you just need to have the experiences, and then you should be open enough to transfer that into Canadian context. So I'm focusing on agility and adaptability, because whatever you have learned how to count 1 to 10. But here, after coming here, you have to count 1 to 10, but in a different direction. So the method's gonna be same, but you need to be flexible enough to mold it. So it's very easy to say, but very difficult to do when it comes on reality, because uh, ego of no, I have 10 years of experience, how somebody can teach me these things, that's come. So you have to be open minded and be flexible. The other thing is, be confident. A lot of people will say your experience doesn't count here, but then you have to convince that how whatever you have learned can be get translated into Canadian context. So having that confidence is very important.
Yeah, yeah. Like the context is everything at the end of the day. It really, really is key. It really is everything. And tell us, like, so you're currently looking for work, right? Like I know you're employed part-time, so you've got some good foundation work experience. And now you're looking for like your dream job. Can you tell us what your dream job is?
Okay, so uh, my dream job is wherever I'm adding value to the team. That's my dream job. Like at the end, I want to go home having a satisfied feeling that I have added some value, and I'm doing some productive and making significant difference to the team or company. Coming to which field I'm looking for. So my profile vividly say that I have 10 years experience into business development and project management. So anywhere the role fit this one or the around one, I'm open for those kind of opportunity. I like challenges, so I want going to some work where I am facing challenges. I'm working for some milestones, so those kind of thing I'm looking for. Of course, I want to get in cash on whatever experience I have. I have experience into marketing, sales, and when it comes to marketing, I have experience of B2B marketing, B2C marketing, digital marketing, sales of different background, direct sale, indirect sales. I have launched the 3 4 products, so I have experience of that and manage a couple of projects. So those kind of thing I'm looking forward.
So what about like what type of sales business development did you work in before? What does that experience look like?
My experience was mainly into healthcare and pharmaceuticals. So one thing I would like to share, that I worked with COVID vaccine also.
Mhm.
During pandemic, everybody was at home. Everything was shut down. I was a person who was daily going to the office and working for the project. So I worked with one Russian company. They were having a Sputnik vaccine, and they transfer their research to India. And my company was responsible for the production. And I'm very glad to say it's the kind of my biggest achievement, that within 7 months, our team, it's not me, our team, entire company, we produced the highest number of vaccine which was supplied to 60 different nations. And I'm talking about doing this within 7 to 8 months of time. And then we literally everything was shut down. We have to every day go to the office. Our CEO just throws up the challenge: I'm giving you blank check. Whatever you want to do, just go ahead and do it. Think out of the box. And the somehow we managed to succeed it, and develop that vaccine and transfer those things to 60 different nations. So I was like a project coordinator for that project. and I played a pivotal role in that. Apart from that, I have launched multiple products. I understand marketing very well, so I know what is a how to find the gap between customer and your product, create those demands, provide some uh, uh, product or services which will solve that customer problem, increase the demand of that product and services, and make customer happy. So that experience also I have. Then it comes to brand management. I have developed 2 or 3 different brands. I've done a lot of activity on Facebook or in other digital platform. Recently, I have done internship with CBDC, where I have developed the entire social media marketing strategy for them, and they're quite happy with my work. And they told me several times, we wish that we have a capacity to hire you, we would have hired you with our closed eyes.
Yeah. It's too bad. So for anyone who's on, so CBDC, make sure I get this right. Canada Business.
It's a Community Business Development
Community
Corporation.
Business Develop Corp.
Yeah,
Thank you. Community Business.
They are money lenders. It's non-for-profit organization. Their aim is to ensure that job market prosper in Atlantic Canada, and they ensure this by providing loan, technical support, and mentorship to startups, small medium enterprises. And I was responsible for developing social media marketing strategy for them, because they understood that they have a huge potential, but still they are not tapping the market because it's like 100-year-old organization. Many of us, we don't know, but Cook Aquaculture, it's like a biggest company here in Atlantic provinces. They started with the loan from CBDC. CBDC gave them loan.
Gotcha. Okay. So it can be like a seed loan to get entrepreneurs.
Yeah, but apart from, they're not like banks. They provide loans, but apart from that, they also provide technical support and mentorship also.
Got you. Cool. Okay, cool. So that sounds like it was like amazing experience, and I bet you got to kind of connect with like community members and meet some different folks in that too. I guess I want to close today on just a couple of thoughts. I was thinking, like, so I started
I have
this.
one question before we close. So you complete that, then sorry to
and
interrupt.
then I'll come back to you, Ajaz, for sure. I'll make sure. You know, if I'm writing it down, it will happen. So so I started this series really, I don't know, to test some things out and to get connected with some folks who are really working to connect traditionally underrepresented job seekers with employers who value diversity and inclusion. You are the first job seeker that has participated in this series, and honestly, that I've ever kind of featured on the platform. And the reason I had reached out to you, Ajaz, was obviously we met kind of early on in your MBA journey, and had a tremendous amount of respect for how you presented as a leader in class and your presentation skills overall. So I was like, who can I ask? And Ajaz came to mind. So I'm so glad that that we could do this together. I'd love to know if anyone has any feedback in terms of featuring job seekers, if someone is interested in being featured as a job seeker on a future live. Just send me a DM or drop it in the comments, whatever you want to do. And I'm happy to consider that. So again, really interested in continuing to feature job seekers to provide a way to share experiences, because honestly, at the end of the day, it's like something you describe, Ajaz. I'm sure there are like 5, 10, 20, 100 other people having like the same experiences as you, right? So to share those stories so people know they're not alone, and to get different perspective and different tactics to work through things. So you've got your upcoming graduation. I wanted to say a sincere congratulations on that upcoming grad, and wish you all the best in the future of your career journey. I'm going to mention one more time, if anyone is interested in a free LinkedIn profile review, just drop the word interested in the comments, and I will follow up with you. So I'm offering a free LinkedIn profile review in exchange for 15 minutes of your time, because I am seeking your feedback, because I'm working on something awesome for 2024. But I need your input so that it is really, really good. Ajaz, what's your question before we close out today?
Okay, so Shauna, thank you for this initiation and whatever you are doing on LinkedIn community and whatever you're doing on YouTube. It's really helping, especially those people, those who are coming from outside and looking for opportunity here. I really have a great admiration for your work. Coming to my question, I asked you this question. So this question is not for me. I know the answer, but I know a lot of people watching here, and all of us did not get a chance to attend classes with you. So I'm asking that question on their behalf. Lot of people, they search job here, they make their resume, they work on resume. You got one job popped up and you applied there. Of course, everyone modify their resume and then apply to that job. That resume don't go directly to HR. There is some software or there is some system which take this resume, and based on that system analyze that resume and send the automatic reply that you don't match or something like that. So how to overcome this challenge? Or do you feel working as HR this kind of system exists in the industry?
Oh yeah, totally exists. The applicant tracking systems, right? They're like the robot scanners that say, go interview these candidates and screen these people out and put them in the no pile. I think as a job seeker, you can take steps on your resume to really optimize to get through those applicant tracking systems. And the way to do it is it's pretty straightforward. The answer of what the employer is looking for every single time, usually, is in the job ad itself, right? So the language from the job ad, we want to make sure is embedded in our resume, the same words. So for example, where someone might say good presentation skills, another one might say strong oral communication. Make sure that you're using whatever that employer's language is and embed that on your resume on cover letter, so you can optimize, rather increase your chances of being passed through by that applicant tracking system. But then the other thing I would do too, like that's just kind of easy to do and tactical or whatever, and Chat GPT can help you do this stuff, right? But the other thing I would do is, I think people get so hung up on like the rules and what we can and can't do in the job search, is that we kind of like lose all sense of autonomy and creativity, when really it's often the creativity that might get us noticed. So for example, if my dream job is posted and I know that that's the dream job of 300 other people, and they're all doing the same thing, like doing the optimization of their resume to get it to go through, what could I do that might be different to stand out? So I'll give it an example of this. There was a job ad a couple of weeks back that I saw on LinkedIn. It went absolutely viral because the job ad talked about how flexible the employer was. They provide mental health days. The job ad went crazy. I'm going to do a content piece at some point about it. And it was just very well written, and I'm sure that they got hundreds of applicants. And I was thinking through, if I wanted to stand out for this job, what would I have done? What I would have done as a job seeker is taken the job ad and done an assessment on LinkedIn and list kind of like, here are 3 reasons why I think this job ad went viral and why so many people now want to work at this company. And I would consider tagging the hiring manager in my post. I'm going to stand up top of the pile as soon as I do that, right? Like, it was just really cool job ad. Anyway, so we can do things like that. So even if the applicant tracking system had scanned me out of the process, I bet the hiring manager would say, oh, this is interesting, the post is well done, whatever. Even if I got scanned out, I think I would have got an interview and got picked out of the pile because I did something creative. I think those kinds of moves always have to be calculated and professional, and we need to be careful with them. But I mean, you got to take the shot sometimes. Sometimes we just got to try and do something different to stand out. So that's what I would do. That's what I would do. We can overcome the applicant tracking system, but it takes a little bit of creativity.
Okay.
What do you think, Ajaz? Are you going to do something crazy on your next job
Yeah,
application?
of course I'm going to do something crazy.
You're going to do something wild. And my other favorite thing, I had a student one time that went, he went viral on LinkedIn because he was really struggling to get job interviews. So he made a video, and in this video, he just kind of like, it was just him, music in the background. And then, we've all seen this format of a video where it's like this, hi, my name's Shauna and I'm looking for work. And then he would show, I'm a project manager with 20 years experience from India. And he would go like this. And like, it was like within 2 weeks, he had his job, right? Because he got reach and visibility. People went to his profile and he had a good profile and he got a job. So weird things can work sometimes, but we've got to be a little bit calculated in how we do that. So
yes.
Well, job seekers, thank you for being here today, and thanks for your time, Ajaz. Ajaz, if we have an amazing recruiter watching who wants to get a hold of you, how could they reach you?
I'm pretty accessible on my LinkedIn. Just reach me on LinkedIn.
Amazing. Amazing. Awesome. Thanks again for your time. Thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you, Sean.
Q4 Career Success Live is here every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Atlantic. And we will be here next week with a seasoned HR practitioner and career coach named Leah Carr. Thanks all for watching. Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Bye, Shauna. Thank you.